We are on. Mike, welcome back.
Hey, Ben. We always seem to say welcome back because we
Been a
forget.
while.
It's been a while.
Well, the easiest way to get to a 1 year anniversary is to just take the last 3 months of the year off when it comes to the show. Um, but we've been a little busy, okay?
Yeah,
And
that's right.
it's been a crazy year, and we are now fully 1 year in past
Hmm.
uh, this situation. We are just at almost a full year of doing this. So I'm sitting at this seat where we shot the first one.
Hmm.
I I have noticed, going back to the other ones, if you lined up our screenshots from
Yeah.
all the years or from all the months, you look relatively the same. You look good. You look great, Mike. I My hair has gone about 80 different ways.
Well,
And that, I don't mean that in a good way, okay? I think
yeah,
from a comical standpoint, it'd be nice to line it all up.
yeah. It could be that old Michael Jackson black or white video at the end where we just look your face and
Right,
hair
where,
changes.
where you're shaking, yeah, you're shaking your head in the hair, yeah.
And
I
I'm
think
good.
that's pretty good. So we're at our 1 year
Yeah,
retrospective, and if this was a sitcom, if we were the Golden Girls, we'd be having a cheesecake.
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, we'd be looking back on all like, this is kind of where we are with this, and so yeah, there's no like, oh yeah, I mean, we're staying in it. So I threw a challenge at you and said,
yeah.
hey, we're at the 1 year. Give us the five random thoughts, the five random observations from
Mhm.
the previous year, and you delivered as always. So walk us through what are the five observations from the past year?
Yeah, that is interesting because you asked, what are the five, and just for the audience there, I don't walk around, thinking, oh, here's a random thought, and I print it and I write it in my, random thought book. This is just yesterday I came up with these five, and who's to say that if this had happened a week ago, those thoughts would be the same, which is a random thought in and of
That's
itself.
appropriate, right?
But here's here's five things that just looking ahead, looking back, just what I'm thinking. So
All
the
right.
first is looking ahead. I'm actually looking forward to getting a head cold, and getting sick again, because it's been a year, but also, for those of us fortunate, who didn't catch COVID or anything, flu is down, head colds are down, which, masks, social distancing, all that stuff. So I know that we may be out of the woods when we catch a cold again. It's
Yes, it would be nice to just get a cold. You're right. Like, I was saying that about our kids.
Mhm.
People with kids were like that. Still, you're in like, any temperature, any, like, you're feeling, you're like,
Yeah,
it your mind instantly gets like, I miss just regular colds
Mr.
where I
Regular
could just pump you
Cool.
full of
Yeah,
Tylenol, throw you on the
yeah. Like
bus.
now, like if I sneeze now, I'm like, well, that's not a cold. That's allergies, or that's a random sneeze. But
Right.
just to think, if I get a cold, I'll be like, who gave me this cold? Was it you? Thanks, thanks. It's less blame and more credit. And that's they keep saying, oh, we're turning the corner, and then you hear it's always with an asterisk. Well, we got some variants coming, but people are getting vaccinated, and we're just toggling back and forth. But to
Yep.
me, when I catch that cold, it'll probably be the best
When
cold
you'll
I
know.
you know.
I'm with you.
Or maybe when
I
I get
like
it,
it.
I'm just gonna whine when I do get it. It's
Oh
like,
yeah,
I forget what I
we
said.
reserve the right to complain. I told my
That's
wife the
right.
other day, with shot number two impending, it's like, I, I could just say, I'm any side effects. I'm, you will be taking care of me. I am a baby, but I get sick so rare that
Mhm.
I am such a baby when it comes to that. So yeah, I'm with you. Just bring on the regular old cold.
World stops. All right. So that's one. Number two, it's also sort of looking ahead. I'm looking forward to having an answer to the question, what did you do this weekend? Because for 50 some weeks, it's been the same. What did I do? I sat there. I binge watched stuff. It's not what did you do this weekend? It's what did you watch? And that's
What
what
did you watch?
because I'm looking forward to having some sort of other activity, or I went here, I explored there, I saw people, up close, and I could see when they smiled. And so that's something I'm I'm looking forward to just having that other answer to what'd you do this weekend.
Yeah, so in honor of hopefully walking away from what you watched or stream, give me one show that is like you're glad you actually got this, the pandemic forced you into lock, you got to watch the show. What's the big, and I'm not asking the one you'll think of, I think we'll always think of Tiger King. I'm asking you, like, what was your favorite? What's the must watch from the last year?
The one I'll remember is it gave us an opportunity to watch the whole Marvel cinematic universe from front to back, because we were still
Okay.
on the
In
Disney
order or
we
years of
watched it
release?
in the order we watched, because there's a couple orders, and Disney
Yeah.
Plus will, give you those options. You can watch it in order of release or order of the timeline of when the movie took place. And we did the latter.
Yes.
So you started with Captain America.
Captain Marvel.
And you go to
Captain
Captain
America.
Marvel.
Yes.
And Captain Marvel, because in the 90s and on it goes there. And that was nice. It was something, my wife and I watched those, and it was, but yeah, that's what, 40, 50 hours worth of stuff. But it was, yeah, I don't know if we'd have been able to do that if we weren't so locked down, or that would have been a much longer endeavor than, all right, we got all day, we're not going anywhere, we're not going to Kohl's or Home Goods today, so let's watch
Right.
it. But what about you? What was your biggie?
I rewatched The Sopranos because I found this just phenomenal episode by episode guide that just goes off the deep end into symmetry, imagery, meaning, everything you could think of. And you thought the show was awesome before. It rocked me pretty good. Rewatching it with these, I would read after. And not liking season 6A, or yes, 6A or 5, whichever, where Tony's has some problems with Junior and gets laid up, we'll call it, for those that you haven't seen it. That's very deep, very just phenomenal. So it's a boring answer, but it's one that, like, I rewatched through a fresh lens, and it was great.
I wish I could watch in the way, like you said, when you read about it, it's like, oh, that's what that was. That's what that means.
Yeah.
I'm a very surface watcher, and I think I catch some of the symbolism, but then you read, it's like, oh, I was way off. I had no clue. I wish in the moment I could see, oh, that's why he came from left to right this time. But yeah, binging was good. All right. Number 3, more of, we work from home. We've been working from home for a long time. And I remember when it started, there were those articles, wear your work clothes even at home, set up that environment. So like work. And some of us was like, yeah, I'm going to do that, button ups and things like that. And it lasted a week. It was like a New Year's resolution, but for that. And, it sort of changed to, all right, I'm just wearing sweats and a t-shirt unless I'm on a call with a client, and then I'll do a, Beyonce middle of the concert costume change for that situation. But I am thinking, I'm going to try to get back into every once in a while, wearing my work type clothes. Like now I got this button up and I'm wearing jeans, because if you're comfy all day, you're not getting that feeling of relief when you would come home from work and just get into your comfy clothes. That transition was a nice thing to have. And I want to do that once in a while, like right now. So once a week, I might wear something nice. But then when 5 o'clock comes or 5:30, it's all right, comfy time, get into the sweats. It's a little more appreciation, but there is that balance to it.
Yeah, no, great. The nice reference to the Beyonce outfit changes. I think I have changed more outfits more times than Cher myself in the past year. I have definitely, there's about 6 different types, because if it's a nice day like today, I'll switch over to more active wear, where I can walk a quick 20 minutes and get some exercise in, but then I come back in, and you need to have the collar or the button down. So yeah, I'm with you. We need to ease back into our wardrobe.
Yeah, it will be shocking, because then because otherwise you can feel the clothes all over the surface. I can feel my jeans all over. It's too much. I can't take it. Whereas the sweats, it's loose. It's fun. Yeah, it's pretty good. But yeah, to that end, coming to number 4, I never thought I'd miss the commute, but I'm
Oh
missing it
yeah.
a little bit. I had a long commute, but if it was half that, so I'm considering just every couple times a week, just in the morning, taking a 20-minute drive, because I can listen to a podcast or the radio. I'm paying $8 a month for Sirius XM. I might as well,
Right.
get something out of it here. But yeah, just get that commute going a little bit. I miss it just a little bit, but it is nice to have. It was a nice break between work and home and work, that eased you in and took you out.
Yes, the commute is, yeah, I don't know how much I've missed the commute as much as I've missed what you're describing, like the thinking time, the downtime in the car. So I've been doing that. I'll do grocery shopping in the evening.
Yeah.
So if I'm and it's nice because there's not a lot of people there either, but it's some quiet time in the car, which is weird to think you need quiet time in the car after you've had a day of quiet time in your dining room, but it's the change of scenery. So yes, I'm with you. It's the act of the commute.
It is, and part of that commute is, hey, you can let off some steam if you yell at some bad drivers. What the hell are you doing? The commute to the office, that doesn't happen. Or if there's somebody else in the house and they get in your way, it's just not the same to, give them the bird or
Yeah.
honking.
Can't yell at the cat for cutting you off. They don't know any better.
Hell, you're all over the highway. No, it's the hallway is there. So yeah, the commute maybe. Yeah, but that's another thing. It'll be good for about a day, and I'm like, what am I doing? and finally, looking ahead, number 5. When we do all get back out there, I do think there needs to be some sort of amnesty. When we go to parties and gatherings and things like that, that not all of us may be ready for it, or we may think we're ready and we're not. So there should be no questions asked. You get somewhere, you get halfway through your first beer, you think, I'm not ready. I'm going to go home and watch Marvel movies or something. And you can just hand the beer back, get your coat, head for the door, and there's no questions asked. And everybody's like, yep, I understand. I get it. And move on. Because I think we'll ease back. Some of us will be ready to party from the get-go. Some of us, just give us a little extra time and we'll be back to full strength pretty soon.
Well, it's certainly not a tolerance thing after the previous year. I think it's the noise tolerance and all these faces and people are like, what's going on? So yes, I like that, and I like the theme, and it's a good way to close, because these observations, and while funny in nature, of course, are representative of something that came up on a call I had recently about don't waste the lessons you've learned in the past year, which I think is really important, whether they're good, little, small lessons of appreciation to, the big lessons and things that have kind of guided us over the past year. Let's try and make some good use of that as we go forward. So it has been a crazy year. I can't believe you and I have done this for a year. We're going to keep it going. We'll probably shift from the random thoughts at home to just random thoughts in general and observations from the workplace, as we've been starting to transition to a little bit. So we're glad that people actually asked us where we've been and why we haven't done this, not related to us even. So we're back with us, and we'll try and get back to the monthly schedule. But Mike, it's good to see you, man. I only see you like 6 times a day on the screen, but this one means something.
It does. And to think when this started, we thought it'd be a limited series, like the Jinx or Tiger King, like you said. But we're gonna have a pretty long run. We're gonna be MASH, like that. We'll go forever, even when this technology has become obsolete. We will still be.
We'll record it in the office side by side. We're just gonna do one of these. Yeah, like pardon the interruption.
Very good. Very good.
Good. Well, I'm glad to see you. Thanks everybody for watching and caring and wondering where we were. Hopefully enjoy, and we'll be talking to everybody soon.
All right. Thanks everybody. Have a great day.
All right. Bye.